Go.
A strategy we're using in 4th grade for dividing numbers is partial quotients. Partial quotients is very similar to partial products because we're using the facts that we know to find smaller parts in order to divide larger numbers. So for this first problem, we have 93 divided by 7. What we would have the students do is think of 7 multiplication facts that they know. We suggest that they use friendly numbers, numbers that end in zeros if at all possible. So for example, most students would know that 7 times 10 is 70. So in this problem, that tells me I can get at least 10 groups of 7 from 93. 7 times 10, or 10 groups of 7, is a total of 70. So I subtract. That would leave me with 23 left. So from this point, we have the students think, okay, what are some 7 multiplication facts I know that will get me to 23 or as close to 23 as possible? So a student might say, I know that 7 times 2 is 14. So then they can get 2 more groups of 7 out of 23, which is a total of 14. And they subtract that out. And then from here, they're going to do their subtraction, which leaves them with 13 minus 4, which is not 7. 9. And from here, the kids would say, okay, can I get any more groups of 7 out of 9? And a student most likely would say, well, I can't do 2 groups of 7 because that's 14 and that's too much. But 7 times 1 would give me 7. So I know I can get 1 more group of 7 out of 9, which is a total of 7, and subtract that. And I'm left with 2. And so we teach the kids that once we have a number that is smaller than our divisor, that number will be our remainder. We cannot get a group of 7 out of 2. So from this point, we ask the students, what is your quotient? How many total groups of 7 were you able to get out of 93? So we look over here on the side, and we have 10 plus 2 plus 1. And so the quotient for this problem would be 13 with the remainder of 2 left over. Now, we also stress to the students that they check their work, and the way to check their work is to use multiplication. So what we would do, we would take our quotient, which is 13, multiply that by our divisor, which is 7. 10 times 7 is 70. 3 times 7 is 21. And we add that together, which gives us a total of 91. But we can't forget our remainder, so we have to add that remainder in, which gives us 93. And if this is the same as our dividend, then we know our answer is correct. So I will show that again using 99 divided by 8. So the students are going to say to themselves, all right, what are some 8 facts that I know? We always stress to use those friendly numbers. Can you do 8 by 10 to start off? Well, yes, 8 by 10 is 80. That is less than 99, so I can start with that. So I know I can get at least 10 groups of 8, which is a total of 80. And I can subtract that out. And I'm left with 19. All right, what's another 8 fact that I know? I know that 8 times 2 is 16. So I can get 2 more groups of 8, which is a total of 16, and I subtract that out. And then I would have a remainder of 3 left. And because this is smaller than my divisor, I know this is my remainder. And so how many total groups was I able to get out? 10 plus 2 is 12. So the quotient is 12 with a remainder of 3 left over. And now to check our work, we take the quotient, 12, times the divisor, 8, and multiply that. So 10 times 8 is 80. 2 times 8 is 16. And we add that together, we get 96. Plus our remainder of 3, and our answer is 99. And since this is the same as my dividend, I know my answer is correct.